let's give this a trial. Oh, I left notes, which you've seen, I'm sure. I haven't. I don't get notifications on Discord. I'm not sure why, but I'll check it out. Can't grammar today, sorry, no worries, man.
Aora.
Yeah, I'll check that out after the stream. Thank you.
Live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
As I was going through the options earlier, I made a point to say that I was going to pretend like the main character died and everyone else went on to finish the story, but apparently I can't do that if this is a direct continuation of the same character.
You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse?
Oh, that's Ader.
Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
it's dark. So it is. Yeah, I think it's a direct continuation, is what it sounds like to me. It's dark? What's dark? Oh. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And I cannot get comfortable today. Come on, pup. I'm being so needy right now. Come on. Good boy. Alright. Ready? Sure will. Gets the belly rubs. He gets the belly rubs. Here you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's a good boy. There you go. Take that, I'll take this. Let's both relax. Alright. What am I doing here?
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
I remember her.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
You're getting spoiled, bud.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
It's surprisingly hard to follow this path.
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
I'm appreciating that they're deciding to read through these now.
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches. The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod. The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Sit, please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times.
I'm actually a little sad that I don't get to read
She's
anymore.
preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Let's examine those cards. Ah. Alright. Yeah, so I'm guessing that if I were to actually beat the first one, that I could probably import the save. That would have been cool. In Pillars of Eternity, you return the lost Hallborn souls to the Drearwood's children, as you had pledged to Hylia. You were kind and merciful to people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed help. Goddess of the sky, maternity, creativity, bird songs, invention, language, and the arts. Not known to take a particular physical form, but thought to be present in birds of all kinds. It's like the Quetzal.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Nope, that is not what happened, because I did not... Alright, so if I do... Okay, here we go. Choose your Legacy Watcher. What events occurred prior to your arrival in the Deadfire Archipelago? I like that there's actually a cursor now. That's a nice improvement. The Deadfire Archipelago marks the eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by island Almoa, who make up the tribes of the Huana. The chain of hundreds of islands spans thousands of miles. The Deadfire contains myriad climates and biomes that are home to a bewildering array of creatures. The last century has brought ambitious colonial traders, explorers... Whoa, there we go. And pirates to the Deadfire, but travel east of the archipelago is blocked by the destructive storms of Andra's mortar. That's a new phrase. Legends among the Huana speak of an ancient cataclysm that devastated their people thousands of years ago. Details of this event have been lost to time, but Huana storytellers claim that it has destroyed everything that they had built, sinking even the greatest of their cities beneath the waves. Okay. So, I guess we'll start with the Hollowborn Crisis. Which events of the Hollowborn Crisis do you wish to establish? You must make a choice for every event listed before moving on. Alright, let's decide the fate of the souls. Ooh. I would have sent them back to the wheel. I wouldn't have given too much power to the Deerwood. Definitely wouldn't have given them to Wotica. Yeah, I probably would have sent them back to the wheel. If I had made it that far, what was my pledge to the gods? Ooh. Ooh. I don't even know who Rimgrand is. Rimgrand. God of entropy, cold, winter, bad luck, famine, and natural disasters. manifests as a great albino aurochs moving amidst a great blizzard, and in the plodding footsteps of Rimgrand come death and disintegration. Out of all of these, probably Hylia. But I'm not a very religious person. Yeah, I would have gone with Hylia. Is that Charizard? No. That's not Charizard. Yeah, that is Charizard. The fate of Theo-Ix Arcanon's soul. Ugh. Returning him to the wheel would have just brought him back. I would have destroyed him. Merwald's fate. I would have bound him to Kainua. My stance at the Animancy trial. That was a weird one. That was what caused the city to burn down. And I said that it should be continue, but restricted. Defiance Bay faction support. I supported the dozens. I'm done with the Hollowborn crisis. Companions. I would have sacrificed Magrin. Or not Magrin, Durance. Oh god, what a dick. I don't know what the blood pool is. I feel like I should look this up and see if it was super important. Bit of a spoiler for future playthroughs, but I think it's a good... it's hard to... It needs to happen right now. Alright, it looks like it would just give you some kind of benefit, so I would have refused. The Devil of... Oh man, there's 3 companions I never even found. Wow. Wow. Okay. For a couple things here and there, just in terms of what may have happened in the last game. I don't want to spoil anything for the future, but... Alright, Ader. I would have strengthened his skepticism. Aloth. I feel like he became Grandmaster of the Leaden Key. That's freaking awesome. But no, he would have been dedicated to dismantling it and accepted to Selmir. Durance, oh, died. Oh, I hated Durance. I had such a love-hate relationship with him. He was such a funny character, but man, he was a dick. Let's say I convinced him. Kana. I mean, that's what he always was. He was an explorer dedicated to acquiring knowledge. Sagani. I would have... I don't know... She at least would have told him about that. I don't know about the family part, but... Haravius, pushed him towards Whale. Pelagina. disobeyed her orders from the Duke's grieving mother. Ooh. Ooh. If anyone died, it'd probably be her. But I didn't wipe her memory. Devil of Karok I never recruited. I will be honest about that. I'm not going to make guesses here. The White March. Would have released souls. The Eyeless. I don't know what any of this is. They went to work restoring Abaddon. They would return to the wheel. A Derrick. I don't know who this is. I should probably look that up. Commander of the Iron Flail in the White March. Young man, lean and build. First bait of hard-won victory, destruction of wide win. It's Commander Slain. First days. He is also a Watcher. Although he resents this talent and practices intense focus and mental fortitude to keep his sanity. Although the recent vision of an army from Deerwood marching at Rayed Saris didn't do him any favors, he decided to take control of Durgan's battery cannons to fortify the White March and turn it into a bulwark of Rayed Saris, shielding the Regency from Mogren's faithful. He is not aware that it's not the Deerwood he should fear, but the Eyeless. I would have convinced him to help me against the Eyeless then. Siege of Cragholt. Who is... You know what? Nah. A wizard apprentice. Surprisingly pleasant underling of Consulhot. Yuraki focuses on her autonomously controlled weapons, fine-tuning centers of gravity and such. Her focus on researching animated weapons is the result of her intention to build an army so that she can return to her home island and shift the balance of power in her tribe's favor. Well... let's say she survived. Who's Lengrath? One of the infamous archmages of Eora. Powerful wizard, author of many mostly defensive spells. Hey, I can hear you. That means everyone else can. As one of the most powerful mages in the world and member of the Circle of Archmagi, Lengrath has made significant advancements in the field of magic. She later faced the same obstacle as one of her rivals, Consulhot, Death, though she chose to combat it in a more unique way. Accompanied by two high dragons, Gophanersos and Turisolphus, Lengrath is a force to be reckoned with not only by her powers, as this is one of the toughest battles in the game, oh, good to know, but also by her strategy to preserve oneself and cheat death in a different way. Alright, hey, if you're going to chew on this, can you go into the other room, please? Come on. Come on. Go down there. Go get it. Go. Good boy. Go on. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Eora, for Lengrath feared that the Fletcher might fall into the wrong hands, so to destroy its secrets and kill anyone who knew them. For that reason, the Watchers are primary targets, so they know how to possibly become mortal. The strange tremors linked. Steelyx, go. Out of the room. Don't just chew it on the floor. You can take it with you. I don't know if this is a good guy or a bad guy. Let's share knowledge, see what happens. Alrighty. Gilded Vale and Raedric's Hold. Werton. Confronted and killed. Raedric and Kalsk. I would have killed Raedric. What occurred in Gilded Vale. Champion of Brath. Mother's Plea. I gave her the potion but warned her it wouldn't do anything. I do remember that. Endless Paths. Let's say I reforged the blade. I'm just gonna say that. Defiance Bay. Oh gosh. Which one was Verzano? Don't remember who Verzano is. He lived. Verzano fled, actually. But Donna did die. But anyway, Verzano fled. The Wailing Banshee. Lilith lived. Kaidmanazo's fate. He died. I killed him. The Theorems of Pangram. I turned her in, not by... That was totally on accident, but that is what happened. Undying Heritage. No. Cinders of Faith. I made her realize she was unworthy of the trials. Never Far from the Queen. Lots of violence. Blood Legacy, What Became of Lord Herond and Elise. Elise died. I killed him. What events do you want to establish in Defiance by his old self? I killed Pernish. The Parable of what? No. I didn't kill the real Pernish. I killed Doppelganger Pernish. Alright, well, I hid the Parable. Let's go back to this. Dang. Twin Elms. Definitely would not have sacrificed a baby. Jeez. I would have given the baby to another family, I think. Just gonna sit down right on my knee. Okay, Servant of Death. Don't even know who these people are. So I'll say they lived, because I don't know who they are. I'll go with that. And complete. I'm just reading these. You did everything wrong. You pledged to do the bidding of every god, then scatter the souls of the Hollowborn to a random location. You got every companion killed. You got the worst outcome for every quest. If there was a mistake you could have made, you made it. Hilarious.
Does everything appear to be in order?
I think so, but give me 1 second here to answer another text. Yes.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bera. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Honestly, no.
She
I do
places
not
a
remember.
card on the table showing a tall tower. The gods' constellations are arrayed around it in the sky. You remember now. The Hall of Stars in Twin Elms, where you spoke with the gods.
If
You
you
came
say
to
so.
that tower seeking our aid. You chose to pledge your services to other gods. And yet, when it was time to make your choice, you returned those lost souls to the wheel. It seems you knew what was right in the end after all. Though I suspect those wronged by the vows you broke will be less forgiving.
She delicately places a card on the table. A bell in a tower. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
Wheel.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
Ah, so that was him climbing out of the ground in the beginning. That sucks. That was right
Though
underneath my
Aothus
castle.
stole a large
And my keep.
fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
Am I dead?
No. But neither is your body truly alive. Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn. That is, until I return you.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands.
Oh,
Their
damn.
souls remain in Aothus still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
I wonder what happens if I choose I'll take the wheel. Is that just game over right then and there? Let's just get on with it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Well, I have no character to import, so I guess I'll start from scratch. But I will try to recreate as close as possible to the previous character. I was a hearth, I believe. Yes. Ah, no. Because, yeah, minor threat. I remember that. Hearth Orlans are found in many forested areas of the Eastern Reach, where they originated, and occasionally as slaves both there and in the Old Empires. Distinguished from wild Orlans by their less hirsute faces and bodies, Hearth Orlans generally receive a less negative reception from other kith, which is used to describe the dominant civilized races of Eora, including humans, Aomoa, dwarves, elves, Orlans, and godlike. While they can be found in the Deadfire, they are seldom seen in significant numbers. I'm not going to be min-maxing here, so I will stick with a single class, because I have no idea what to even build into. So I'll stick with Rogue. Vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks, they can be found as often in dark back alleys as the heart of battlefield skirmishes. Though unpredictable and undisciplined, rogues are commonly used as shock troops, or as a part of a surprise assault, their withering attacks breaking enemy ranks and morale. Rogues tend to congregate in larger numbers in cities where they can be steadily employed as mercenaries or hired muscle. These are some new skills, though. Hello, what's Guile? There's roles now? Okay. Rogue abilities require and consume Guile on use. Outside of combat, a rogue's Guile is restored, ready to be used in the next encounter. Interesting. Striker is obvious. I'm not going to bother reading that. Bluff. All but the most honest adventurers find it useful to stretch the truth on occasion. Unscrupulous denial, feigned ignorance, gross exaggeration, and bald-faced lying are all covered by this skill. Streetwise covers the basic rules of survival one learns in the streets and back alleys of major cities. It includes urban readiness as well as appropriate etiquette for dealing with unsavory types. Stealth is gimme. Sleight of hand is again. Oh, no, it's not, because these were the same thing before. Whether you want to lift a few coins from an unsuspecting mark or plant incriminating evidence or worse on an enemy, sleight of hand can get the job done without drawing suspicion. Traps and locks. Okay, that hasn't really changed too much. They added sleight of hand, though. Interesting. Trying to hit what? No. There we go. Oh! Whoa! This is different. Uses the rogue's ability to approach unseen, adding additional bonus damage to their weapon attacks when the target is flanked or affected by any affliction. All kinds of fun stuff. Alright, this is totally different now. Interesting. But yeah, I'll stick with Rogue. Ooh, subclasses. There's benefits and penalties. Alright, assassins trained to strike opponents who are completely unaware of their presence, often killing a hapless victim in a single blow. However, assassins are even more fragile than other rogues, making them vulnerable in toe-to-toe fights. Gain the Assassinate passive, which grants stealth attacks bonus penetration. Oh, jeez. Accuracy and critical hit damage. Okay. Penetration's new. When a damaging attack hits a target, the attack's penetration is compared to the target's armor rating to determine how much damage gets through. Okay, so damage. Penetration comes from the weapon or spell that is being used, but can be raised through the use of magic abilities, talents, or weapon enchantments. Penetration is compared to the armor rating of the attack's damage type. For example, a fireball will always check penetration against burn armor rating. Raw damage bypasses all armor and does not need to penetrate. Full penetration. Penetration is twice the target's armor rating or more. Penetration listed damage. Penetration meets or exceeds the target's armor rating. Under penetration, damage per point under the target's armor, max negative 75%. Penetration is less than the target's armor rating. Okay. Accuracy is part of almost every attack. It influences how likely the attack is to affect the target. Accuracy is defined primarily by a character's class and level, but it is also influenced by perception, talents, and other active effects such as spells or items. When an attack is made, the accuracy is compared to a corresponding defense, deflection, fortitude, reflex, or will, on a target to determine how the attack roll will be modified. If accuracy is above the target's defense, it will be more likely to result in a hit or crit, less likely to result in a graze or miss. That all sounds the same. A crit is any attack roll that is 100 or above. That's the same. A crit that does damage increases the total damage done by 25% and the penetration of the attack by 50%. A crit on effects with the duration, typically afflictions like sickened or paralyzed, will increase the duration by 25%. All damage received is increased. That's the penalty. Yikes. Street fighters excel when the odds are against them, becoming especially deadly when they are outnumbered and bloodied. Sneak attack becomes more deadly, and initiative decreases when the street fighter is flanked or bloodied. Bloodied is new. I assume it's... Oops. There we go. Ah, that's how we do that. Alright. Now we're good. A character that is between 50% and 25% health is considered bloodied. Initiative. In turn-based mode, initiative is used to determine who will act first in the turn order. Characters with lower initiative values will act before other characters and will complete spell casts faster. Flanking occurs anytime two attackers engage an opponent in melee from opposite directions. When this situation exists, defenders are flanked, inflicting various penalties and allowing them to be sneak attacked. Any condition on an attacker that would break their engagement will also remove the flanked condition on the defender if it cannot be sustained without them. Note that there are a small number of abilities that grant exceptions to the standard flanking rules, such as the Barbarian's One Stands Alone, the Ranger's Stalker's Link, and the Cypher's Phantom Foes. So that sounds terrible, because I always have to be between 25 and 50% health. So no. Tricksters dabble in illusion magic to augment their rogue abilities. Using magic, tricksters can find their way out of almost any situation, but their sneak attack is less powerful than other rogues. Dazzling Lights is good. Automatically gains select illusion wizard spells at new power levels. Power level is a measure of the overall power of your character. All active spells and abilities are modified by power level and become more powerful as you gain levels. I feel like that's a gimme. Some items, spells, and abilities may also influence your power level, positively or negatively. Yeah, I'll pass on that too. Debonair. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Back. There we go. As charming as they are devious, these rogues use cleverness and diplomacy to achieve their goals. Often acting only in self-interest, they have been known to contract high society thefts, unveil scandals, or even perform the occasional white glove assassination. Gain significant hit to crit against charmed targets. A hit is any attack roll that is between 50 and 99. Does standard damage and standard duration. Intellect Affliction. A charmed character fights for their former enemies but will only use basic attacks, no abilities. Convince a Kith target to turn on their allies and join your side. If the rogue is of a higher level, the target will gain body inspirations when charmed. Higher level results in more powerful inspirations. What's body inspirations? Inspiration, which affect the might, constitution, dexterity attributes. Okay. Okay, so they become more powerful if they're more powerful. Convince a Kith target to turn on their allies. Yep. How do I get out of this? Okay. I can't do the thing anymore. I can't pull up the cursor. It won't let me. Alright. I shouldn't need to anyways. Nope, I do. I want to know what cowardice does. It won't let me look at cowardice. Ah, receive a penalty to accuracy and defenses if there are no allies nearby. Cannot engage. I want to be able to I don't know why it's doing this. I'm leaning on Debonair. I need to be able to read these things, though. The fact that I can only use the cursor in this screen is frustrating. Some kind of weird glitch. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna have to look it up then and figure that out later. Engage PoE 2. Is it the same as PoE 1? That's all I care about. Seems to be. So that raises the question... Does engagement tie into flanked? I don't want a forum, I want to... Okay. This is a horrible website for this. Applied to the target of an attack when two opponents are attacking from opposite directions. Also leaves the target vulnerable to sneak attacks. So I can't flank, which means I can only do sneak attacks against ones that are trying, which are stuck on other abilities. Afflicted by other abilities. And why would I want to attack them if they're fighting for me? Alright, so... kind of backwards. Not very good. Absolutely not. Actually... yeah. Stealth attacks. How often? Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna do no subclass. That's, those seem kind of counterintuitive. Okay, I'm back. I want to turn my move. Turn, move my laundry to dryer. Clean some dishes, clean my coffee pot, also bring some coffee to refill my water pitcher. Oh, sounds great. I need to clean my coffee pot. Thanks for reminding me. We're doing... Don't know why I just said turn, just move. That's fair. We're doing okay. Still trying to figure out what half of this stuff is. And one of the buttons isn't working, which is frustrating. Alright. The rogue attacks their enemy's ability to move around effectively. I don't really care so much about that. Allows the rogue to break engagement and expertly avoid attacks, diving out of range to a specific location. I will absolutely take escape. This all appears to be the same, but these weak, average, strong, fantastically powerful, that's new. Frail, average, healthy, indestructible. Yeah, these all seem to be about the same. So... I think I had 15 might. I'm missing a point here, I think. So I must have dropped this down. But does action speed actually affect me in this mode? Boy, I wish I could use my cursor. Nope, just kind of winging it. I'm building as close to my last character as I possibly can. Can't tell if your tune is a child. He's an Orlin. They're small. Where are you from? Deadfire. Hold up though. Yeah. That's where I was missing a point. Wait. What? Okay. Drop that one down one and pump that up one. Or should I do one more in might? I feel like 3% is not a huge amount. 5% ability duration could be life-saving, though. Deadfire Archipelago. I was an explorer or a merchant? Oh, well, they're all different now, but I was a merchant before, so might as well keep with it. Whoa, weapon types. Okay. Not a fan of that. I now have to choose these. Proficiency in a weapon or shield grants access to a modal ability for use with the associated weapon type. These abilities are situational and may be turned on or off to meet the tactical needs of a battle. There's no penalty for using a weapon without the corresponding proficiency. Alright, good. That makes me feel better. A character who is not proficient in a weapon only loses access to the associated modal ability. Parrying blade, deflecting incoming attacks, trading damage for deflection against melee weapons. Attacks are slower but cause bleeding wounds on hit. Hello. Aims to concuss the target. Lower their will defense. Nah. Dealing less damage but lowering reflex. Nah. Hook and slash wildly with your attacks, interfering with your enemy's ability to focus their aim. Big maybe. Character swings the mace with massive force, damaging the target's armor at the cost of initiative. Carefully strike with your rapier, aiming for vital points to ensure success. Fighting this way increases accuracy at the cost of initiative. By swinging the saber with great arcing strikes, gain penetration at the cost of initiative. Fight defensively, allowing you to engage an additional foe at the cost of stride. What is stride? Movement speed, I'm assuming? Carefully aim for weaknesses in enemy armor, trading initiative for increased penetration. Well, isn't that the same as... Yeah. Just saber versus stiletto. Fight in a close quarters style, using your blade to penetrate armor more effectively at the cost of lower deflection. Strike with heavy piercing attacks. Alright. So, bleeding cut is for sure. And probably spear. As weird as that sounds, that seems like the best one. Because if I'm engaging someone, I don't necessarily need to move fast. And I'd rather engage extra people. Yeah, why not? Doesn't necessarily mean I need to use them. Same portrait. Colors. Not super worried about that. Change the color of my pants. The vest kills me. I like that shirt color though. Sure. I remember having blue eyes. Whoa, those are like piercing blue. Holy crap. go with those. Kind of digging the gray. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Why do I remember him having lighter facial hair, though? Like, way brighter than this. Not that kind of bright, though. But maybe it was. Oh, he looks neat. Alright, I can get behind that. Digging that scar. Alright, and then if I remember correctly, I had like kind of messy hair. That was the one I was going to choose. That was the hairstyle. Stoic.
Nice and slow. Follow me.
Pose. Oh, hello. Yes. It just looks like Sora. You look like a child who got their face painted in a backyard barbecue. And especially now. He's grumpy about it. Some of these stances are hilarious. What is that? That's energetic? Oh, oh. I love Unched, it's so funny. Go roguish. It's gonna be roguish or erudite. Go roguish. Alright, Davos, you've been resurrected from the dead. Let's see how this goes. I'm guessing it's not going to go well.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
You don't look like the photos. I don't disagree with that. I didn't look anything like the photo in the last game either, but it was I only had 2 portraits of Orlan's to choose from in the last one. And that's the whole reason I stuck with this, is to keep the same portrait. Although I do like how they added the scars to the portrait. That was a nice touch.
Chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Time is not on your side, Watcher. I suggest you get on with the task at hand.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
I hate how slow I'm moving. I hope that changes. There was a fast mode in the other one. Oops. Still don't have access to a cursor. I wonder if it's completely just glitched at this point. Oop. I don't like that I move a little bit. What's going on there? Let me... There we go. Nope, I don't want qualifiers. Don't want unqualified interactions. I guess I'm cool with that. Yep, that's fine. I'll take... That would have been nice in the last game. Show relative defenses. That's fine. Nope, don't want to know effects. Sure, we'll leave that on for now. I saw the option earlier. Where is it? Tooltip delay. I want it to pop up instantly. It'll just take some getting used to, I guess. There's like the slightest lag between... Alright, is that him? Yeah, it must be. When I hold down A, or when I do anything, really. You sense the steward's spirit in the bust, but she is unaware of you. The word Ukaizo is scribbled and crossed out on many points of this globe. Goosebumps rise on Ader's arms at your approach, but he seems unaware of your presence.